Hi guys, this is my second attempt at a vlog, and we join the action at one of my afternoons where we're disbudding 80 calves, and then we're Metrichecking and Metrichecking about 60 odd cows. So we've just done the first pen of 40, and this is the second pen which we're doing, and we're starting just before the sedation has taken effect in all of them. They've all just been jabbed with xylazine, so we're just waiting for them to drop, and then we'll crack onto it. Bro, I hope you enjoy it and find it informative. Cheers.
They say that they want to make a permanent alternative, but the only way I can see that working is if they actually drilled down into the bedrock and almost built a 300-metre bridge sort of structure.
But I think it's limestone along there.
Oh yeah.
Because it's limestone cliffs up there,
Yeah.
and it's very porous.
So now once the calves are beginning to get a little bit sleepy and dozy, I've got my tech here, Georgia, who's actually a small animal nurse, but we're very short staffed on farm, and she's coming out on the farm and she's demonstrating how to give a local nerve block.
Excellent skill.
So the nerve block we give, we're just injecting lidocaine onto the actual nerve site itself, and that blocks off all the back of the forehead, including the horn buds, which we're looking to remove with a hot iron, which you'll see later on. They're also getting non-steroidal anti-inflammatory and painkiller, which is injected into them just in the skin, and that lasts for about 3 days of pain relief. And I'm here just putting on the vaccinating bottle, and this is Covaxin 10 in 1, so it vaccinates against 10 clostridial diseases. So that includes tetanus, botulism, pulpy kidney, stroke, black disease. Just the common ones which you can get from the environment, really. Again, that just goes under the skin, and as you can probably see, the sedation doesn't affect all of them all at the same time. We're still waiting for it to kick in with that little wander up there, and just checking that some of them do have horn buds and some of them don't. So some are poles, because there's a little bit of beef genetics in these calves as well. We mark them with different colour paint so that we know which have been done and which haven't. So orange dots are for Covaxin, green is for the painkiller, and the dots on the forehead means they've been localed. So find the horn bud, and we just put the hot iron to it. So our hot iron runs on electricity. We've got a generator going for sheds that don't have power, and it's a pretty quick procedure. We just give it a few twists, give it a few turns, underride it, and then we take out the whole bud with all the germ cells which generates that horn growth. So that'll stop the horn developing at all. It heals over pretty quickly. I mean, within about 5 days it'll have a nice crust and granulation tissue over it. But we always give it a blue spray of oxytetracycline afterwards. It's a pretty drizzly day at the moment. What we've noticed is we've got one calf with swelling on its jaw. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to prep the site with for the needle. I'm going to see what we can suck out of it. If it's pus, we'll carry on and lance it. If we can't get anything out of it, then we'll move on to a plan B or plan C. My truck normally isn't this organised, but you caught me on a good day. So the benefit of sedating the calves down is it means that we can actually give them a proper exam at the same time. Obviously we don't give them a very thorough exam, all of them, because we do just over 9,000 a year, so that'll be a hell of a lot of time spent just looking over calves, really. But any obvious abnormalities we can address. we also look for extra teats when we're down. So if there's any extra teats which would interfere with cups being placed on them, we remove them, and that really just stops them getting cup slippage, and which would then lead to a vacuum forming in the teat itself and sucking bacteria in, causing mastitis. So I very quickly just put a needle in that lump, and we have pus coming out of it. So we'll move on and lance it. So what I do then is I grab the local again, and we'll just inject a couple of mils into the lump itself. The problem I had with this calf was, as I injected, if you keep an eye out, you'll see a squirt come out the side where I put the original needle. So yeah, I had to then cover it up with my thumb to actually keep the local in the actual jaw area itself. While I was doing that, I noticed that one of the calves hadn't been localed. It was probably one which had sedated poorly, so was walking around the pen and got missed. So we'll just go over and catching it, and we'll get a better look of where we actually inject for the local. Yeah, so this one didn't sedate down as well as the others, but once you get in between your legs, it's pretty easy to hold. And I give them a squirt perpendicular to the skin, and then I angle the needle up towards the horn bud, and I give it another 1 or 2 squirts. So we get about 3 to 4.5 mils of lidocaine each site, and if you get it spot on, it generally takes 2 minutes to actually take effect.
I'll just give it a minute or 2. No, you dropped a ball there. No, I think he was a live one. That guy been done. Yeah, do him first and then.
Yeah, it's pretty smoky work, so we wear a gas mask.
Yeah, I local him, yeah.
So then we go on and lance them.
He's been localed.
After this, the next part of the video you'll see, it's when we're metrichecking and treating the cows. So we metricheck for endometritis, which is infection of the endometrium, or the inside layer of the uterus. And how we do this, we put a sort of small spoony sort of gizmo, which you'll see later on, up the cow's vagina, give it a few pokes, pull it out, and if there's pus or gunk or anything which shouldn't be there, we generally treat her then. So we only have about 60 to check, and I think we only ended up treating about 5. And the treatment itself, we put a straw up through the cervix, and we squirt in about 15 mils of antibiotics, and that should generally take care of the metritis. Cool. When does your plan start mating? I haven't decided yet.